In the business lending space, it's no secret that speed kills deals. If you're spending time working with merchants that don't qualify, don't have enough income, haven't been in business long enough, collecting documents from those guys, then you're wasting time you could have been spending working with merchants that actually qualify and need the cash right now. But how do you know what is what? You typically are getting lead lists, you've got old people that you funded before, and then maybe you're running Facebook ads. We have built a system that's giving lending specialists a unfair advantage against the rest of everybody else. And we're using AI to weed through and comb through unqualified folks, people that wouldn't actually be able to get funded, these massive lists, and bring people who actually need capital to deploy in their business, need it quickly, and meet the criteria. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you too can have that unfair advantage before it's too late. I'm going to dive in. I'm going to show you the AI and the system that we built that's running through thousands and thousands and thousands of leads and bringing us only the qualified applicants. I'm going to show you exactly how it would work in your business from different lead sources. And I'm going to show you how you can get your hands on the same thing. So follow me. Let's hop in. Okay, so let's start here. This is a company, a business lending company that we've worked with. And over the last few months that we've been working together, they have booked 593 appointments. Okay. And so what we've done is we've created an AI that allows them to easily load in their lead list, connect their Facebook ads account. So if they're running paid ads, and these folks were not actually, but we have other clients that are, load in their paid ads. And now as soon as a lead comes in, it is messaging that lead, qualifying that lead, and scheduling an appointment only with qualified people. So now their killers, their real closers are not on the phone chasing around time wasters and people that aren't qualified. They're not making a bunch of cold calls. They're only getting on the phone with people that have either gotten the application and applied or that need capital and are ready to go and meet the criteria. So this was just in the last few months, and I'll show you is well in the last just 30 days. We'll say here to here. And you can see they booked 108 appointments in the last 30-ish days. So from 1st of March to the 6th of April. 108 appointments, okay? How is this happening? They are using lead lists, all right? Lists that they've gotten of people that have been interested in funding in the past. But how does that work when everybody's getting that same list? You got everybody text blasting this same list. How are they getting through? How are they breaking through the noise? Well, the way that they're doing is through AI. I've met with a few lenders this past week, and what they're doing is they're sending out mass messages, and then they're getting people to respond back, and then they're having to manually qualify those people. While they're manually qualifying or picking up the phone, before they can say, hey, may I please speak with, the AI is already qualifying them, grabbing them, and sending them an application. What does that look like? I'm going to try and keep this quick, but I want you guys to be able to see what the AI looks like and how this process works. Without further ado, let's take a look at this. All right, so let's get into the good stuff. All right, this is how the AI actually works. This is where you can take your data list, you could take and connect to your Meta ads, Google ads, wherever leads are coming from, you could plug right into this AI, and this AI will handle conversations. So notice what you see here is just the first message, okay? This is the intro message that comes out from the CRM or the communication platform itself, and then after that, the AI picks up, all right? This is how my wife was able to do 100 plus applications by herself as a new lender with just an AI. You can see the first message. It says, hi, Kyle, this is Karina with Growth Path Advisory. You had submitted your info in the past for business funding. We have some new programs available, and I wanted to see if you could still utilize the funds. So you can see here on my phone, I just went through this and the audio didn't record, so I'm going through it again. However, you can see on my phone that first message that just went out. So I'm going to reply yes, that I could use the funding. All right. And you'll see everything populate right here. And I'm not replying back to anything. I'm not over here like typing or anything like that. This is all the AI. So it doesn't matter if it's 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. It doesn't matter if it's one lead or if it's 10,000 leads that reply back and say they're interested in funding. This can have all of those conversations simultaneously. And I'm going to, just so you know, I will be speeding this up in post-production, so in editing, so that I'm not wasting a bunch of your time through this section. It says, great to hear, Kyle. Do you have a specific amount in mind that you're looking for, and how quickly do you need the capital? All right, I said, I need 100K in the next week or so. Again, this is all AI replying. That's not me. And I'm just texting back and forth with it on my phone. It says, thank you for sharing that, Kyle. How long have you been in business? So if you notice something, what we're doing is we're qualifying these leads. We want to know, have they been in business? Let's say I put something like 3 months in here. It's not going to qualify that lead. What it's actually going to do is going to send it an affiliate affiliate link that we have for Bank Breezy instead of scheduling an appointment with our team, because we can't fund people that have been in business for 3 months or making under a certain revenue number. I doubt you guys can either. Maybe you can. If you can, I got a ton of apps for you, by the way. But thank you for sharing that, Kyle. How long you've been in business? I'll say, all right, you see it populate inside of here, and then the AI will reply back. That's great, Kyle. What is your average monthly revenue? If I were to put something like $15,000, again, it's not going to qualify that lead. It's not going to allow that to book. It's going to say, hey, appreciate your interest. We typically can only work with companies that are doing over $25,000 a month in average revenue. However, our partner works with companies that are newer or doing under 25,000. Here's a link. It takes 2 minutes to see if you qualify. It'll drop the link, and that'll be that. If you're putting massive lists or you got leads rolling through here at any time, this thing is just qualifying leads, churning through them. There's no sales team that you've got that can work more leads than this AI. I promise you that. Impossible. And the goal of this thing, so that your sales guys are not spending their time weeding through cold, dead leads when really they need to be on the phone with people that meet the criteria, need revenue and need it quickly, or need cash and need it quickly. All right, perfect, Kyle. What would you say is your approximate credit score? With that being said, this can be set up and is always set up and customized to your business. So it's going to have all of your business information loaded inside of here, any FAQs, every additional question that we ask on here. So how we're asking about credit, now we're asking if they have any daily or weekly payment loans. People get stuck in these places and stop responding. The more you send, obviously you get plenty through, but if you want to cut this down and you just care about how much they need, how much they're making, how long they've been in business, then that can be customized for your business. So I'm just going to say no weekly, no loans. If they have a bunch of loans, it'll get their balances, and it will say something around like, hey, we can probably help you consolidate those existing loans. That's great to know, Kyle. Could you please provide your email so I can send you our application and connect you with our lending specialist? All right, the goal here is a trial close. So it doesn't matter how many qualifications questions you have. This is doing a trial close for me, and it's asking for my email and to connect me with a specialist. At this point, once I provide my email, it could live transfer if you want it to live transfer to your reps. It could send the app itself, so it doesn't have to schedule an appointment, or it can send the app and schedule an appointment, or whatever configuration you would like. I'm going to give it my email. All right, thank you, Kyle. I'll send the application to your email shortly. Let's get you scheduled with our lending specialist. How does tomorrow at 1 or 2 p.m. work for you to go over everything? If I want to be a hard, you know what, I can just say, tomorrow doesn't work. I just said, hey, tomorrow doesn't work. Do you have something on Wednesday? This is reading your actual calendar, and it knows when you're available, when you're not available. So if you've got a calendar booked out, it will read for the next available date. And this can be on a round robin calendar for your reps as well. So now you see it says, of course, Kyle, Wednesday we have available times at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Would either of these work for you? All right. And something else I want you to notice. Look, it already sent the application. You don't have to have a VA doing that. Your guys don't have to sit there and follow up and send the application. It sent everything we needed. It sent the qualifications, next steps. Please complete the application. Here's the link right here. What we need as far as documents, the funding amounts that we work with, support if they need it, and a phone number they can call that we actually have a voice AI on that will take that call and route as needed. That's that piece of it. Now let me just reply back and say that time works. All right, so you can see in here, it says new appointment created. All right, so it created that appointment for 11 a.m. Hey Kyle, your appointment is confirmed for Wednesday, April 9th at 11 a.m. with Growth Path. We'll see you on our call. And then it also sent this out. From there, we have appointment reminders that go out 24 hours before the appointment, 1 hour before the appointment, and 10 minutes before the appointment. And our show rate has been amazing with that cadence. All right. Last thing that's going to happen that you won't see here, because I'm going to end this video to not take everybody's time, but in 5 minutes, what's going to happen? It's going to send the application. It's going to say, hey, Kyle, by the way, I emailed you over the application, but here's a link to it in case this is easier. That way they get it via text and via email, and it's almost a way to nudge them to go ahead and do the application. This is speed. All right. This is, you can take Facebook ads, you can take your Google ads, you could take your website form fills, you could take lead lists, you could take old leads that you've worked and you've funded. You could put all of that together. Let me show you how easy it is to start this up once we build this for you. All right, so let me go to contacts. Let me select all of these records, add to automation, 3,202 added. Okay, proceed. All I'll do is click workflow. I'll come down here to database reactivation, and click add to automation. And the way we have this set up, and it can be adjusted for each business, we have it set up to where it's sending 30 new messages every 15 minutes. So 30 new people are getting that intro message every 15 minutes. As people are replying, the AI is replying in those conversations simultaneously. You can send up to 5,000 SMS a day inside of this platform. Inside of one account, you can have multiple accounts with the AI in there, but you can send up to 5,000 messages a day. I don't know how many calls per day your sales team is making. This AI can save them from making all of those cold calls, from you having to hire additional guys and train them up. From day one, your AI's got a knowledge base attached to it, CSV files, it's scraped your website, it knows everything it needs to know. And then my team is over there. If it says something it's not supposed to, we make an adjustment and it never happens again. This is the power of AI. This is how you use AI in the lending space to absolutely explode your business. If this is something that you want for your business, you see the value in this, you want this to work through your leads and bring you opportunities, then what I want you to do is go to the calendar below. Schedule a time, meet with either myself or my team. We'll walk you through this. I'll enroll you in this same AI. You'll test it out. Throw it some curveballs if you like, all right? If it's something that you want, we'll be able to implement that for you. Right now, we've got a 30-day lead time, and that's only growing. So if you're interested in getting this implemented and you want this right now so you can compete in the marketplace, I suggest booking that appointment, getting on the phone with our team, and let's execute. Thanks. See you soon.